This training will cover the usage of the Place Research Holds wizard. Research holds can be used when a patron needs to receive multiple titles about the same subject. The wizard can be found in the circulation module under the holds group. Just click on Place Research Hold to open the wizard. In user ID, you can enter the patron's library card number, or if you don't have that handy, you will have access to the user search wizard. Okay, once you found the user, you want to just click Place Hold for this user. If they have any alerts on their account, they will pop up at this point. Just click OK if you want to proceed. Next, the Place Research Hold pop-up window will appear. It will have the blanket ID, will default to new. You don't need to make any changes to this. For copies needed, you will want to say how many titles they need. So we want to receive 5. And for pickup location, you can just select the branch or location that is most convenient for your patron. Unlike the regular placeholds wizard, you will need to choose an expiration date. I would suggest setting this to be the last date that the patron would still be able to use the item if it arrived. So we're going to say that I have a report due on the 31st, but I have till midnight. So even if it came in that day, I could maybe still add some citations from it. Well, we'll say, okay. For the level, since in this situation we need multiple titles about the same subject, we're going to leave the level at title. For range, leaving that set at system is fine. And for recall status, it should default to no recall. Please leave it set at no recall. Then just click OK. Now you will be able to use the item search helper to look for items. So let's see, I would like to do my report on Edgar Allan Poe. Let's set that as a subject search and see what we find. We have found a cross-reference, so we'll just click OK and then see what we should have been searching for. Okay. Under records, you'll see a little bit of information about it, mostly year, format, author. And you will notice the different, that it will display the total number of library copies on that record. This is not as big a deal as when you're doing classroom holds where you may be wanting multiple copies of the same item. But it is still nice to know. You probably want to avoid ones where there's only one copy. Or if there is one copy, you will want to make sure that that one's not lost. In this situation, if you highlight it and click on the call number item tab, it will show you more information about the location. I'm not sure exactly what J room means. It's probably juvenile room or something like that, and is probably a holdable location, but I think I will avoid that title just in case. So once I find one that seems appealing, if I go over to call number item, click one, and then just click add items to item list. I have not yet placed the hold, but you will notice that the item ID has now filled in under that identify item field. If I click add to list, now it will be added to my list of holds at the bottom. So next I just go back to my item search helper and just choose another that looks promising, and then click add items to item list and then add to list, and that will continue to fill in there. If I do just kind of double click on one and then click add to list, it will fill in. It is still probably a best practice to, at least look over at that call number and item field and see. You will want to avoid ones in location like stacks. You will want to not place holds on ones that are new book new. O stack would mean that it's on a library that's not online. If it's in lost claim status. This will allow you to place holds on ones that are checked out, although if you have an option of ones that aren't checked out, you'll probably want to choose those first. So add items to item list, add to list, and choose another record, add to list, And I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 more than 5. When these come in, if I have selected 7, placing holds through this wizard, it will stop at 5, even if I've selected 7 items, or 7 titles, I should say. That gives you a little bit of leeway in case you've selected one that isn't available or isn't holdable. So add to list. Okay, once you've selected enough items, you can add comment to it if it is something where it would be helpful to you to remember like which book club this is for or something like that. I might say for Club. Okay, so we'll say place blanket hold. If I had selected any that were not holdable, I would get a little error message popping up that would say, you know, hold could not be placed. That is a situation in which your RSA barcode will not work for you. But in this case, all of mine went through just fine, so I selected 7 items and 7 holds were placed. At this point, I could place hold for another user, or I could review holds, or place another hold for this user, or I could just say I'm done and close, which is what I will do. I do want to show you how these holds display in the user account. If I go into Display User and go to the Holds tab, you will see I've got a couple of research holds on there. So you can see that they're kind of grouped together, which can be handy from a record-keeping perspective, just to be able to see sort of where you stand with every hold. That is all. Thank you very much.